Hello everybody, and welcome to another Daily Splatt port story. Tonight's tale is a tale of lies, essentially. Now, as always, I wish to protect both the innocent and guilty parties, so all names will be substituted with names found inside The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Allow me to set the scene for you. It was a Friday night, I believe. I had been invited to a birthday dinner of a friend of mine named Arthur. Arthur and I had been friends for many years. At least 5 at that point, I believe. Anyway, it was Arthur's birthday, and so I came along with several of his associates, including his then-girlfriend, Nick, and relatives of his and hers that I shall not name, for it is pointless. Anyway, we had been invited to this Italian restaurant somewhere towards the city centre. An Italian restaurant that, for the purposes of this story, shall be named the Marvin's. It wasn't. It had an Italian name. Anyway, in we went and we sat down at our table. There were around 12 of us, and we sat there, and we were obviously looking through the menu. Now, I looked immediately to the wine section and found they did have some fortified wines. And I thought I'd like to try some of their port in this Italian restaurant, but you know, the prices were awfully expensive. For around 30 millilitres it was going to cost $8 to $12, and I thought, sod that, you can get a half-decent bottle for that. Anyway, so, deterred, I ended up just going with a beer, or something. It's not really the point. So I'd had this port, and with this overpricing of the port, I felt something of a mischievous streak develop within me, which happens from time to time. And then I came up with an idea. When we first sat down, we were greeted by an elderly Italian man. He didn't give us a name, so I'll give him one. His name was Douglas. Whether that was his real name or not, I don't know. It was probably something like Salvatore. Anyway, he came over and he was, must have been in his 60s at the very least. Probably more likely to be in his 70s. You know, he's your typical, well, your stereotypical Italian gentleman. You know, white-haired, he had a moustache, and he'd come over to us and he was speaking in very broken English with a strong Italian accent, saying, you know, sounding essentially like Super Mario, essentially, you know, just sort of going, you like it, that sort of thing. And he was very pleasant. And I believe he was the man who was running the restaurant. Anyway, he'd come back and forth to different tables and make sure everyone was doing okay. And I had an idea. I took my friend Arthur aside and I said, Arthur. And Arthur said, yes. I said, you see that man over there, the Italian man? And Arthur said, yes, I have. And I went, this is where the lie comes in. I said, he's not really Italian, you know. And my friend Arthur exclaimed, what do you mean? Of course he's Italian. I said, no. He's an actor. I work with him. His name is Philip. You see, I do some acting work from time to time, but this Philip guy doesn't exist. But I continued. I said, he's an actor I know, his name's Philip. He gets paid by these Italian restaurants to act Italian and, you know, try and create a more authentic experience for the diner. He's actually from Brisbane, and he does have Italian heritage, hence why he can do the voice. But, no, he's completely not an Italian man at all. But he'll keep up the facade. And my friend Arthur said, well, why didn't he say hello to you? And I said, well, it's because he's keeping up the facade, you know. He might talk to me about it in a week or, next time we see each other, but when he's on the job, he wouldn't even say hello to his own mother. I thought this was a pretty good jape, and Arthur bought it. What I wasn't expecting was for Arthur to turn to the rest of the table, his girlfriend, Nick, and all, and proclaim, "Hey guys, guess what? That man over there isn't really Italian." They all went, "What? No, of course he is." Arthur then retold my lie, my story, to them, and they were all shocked. He said, Splatt knows him, and I said, I had to go with it. I couldn't say that I'd lied, obviously. I went, yes, I know him. His name is Philip indeed. So the next time that Philip, as I have dubbed him, came over, going, "You enjoying all of the food?" Everyone went, yeah, you. And then obviously they kept up the facade as well. But after he went, they went, "Oh, that lying bastard! Oh, he's such a fibber." They felt betrayed in a way, and they were like, "Oh, it's a good accent, but we don't like him that much." The problem was there was no way of going back now, and Philip kept coming back, and because it was Arthur's birthday, he came back with a birthday cake and was like, "It's your birthday," and gave them all this stuff, and everyone was like, yeah, you lying git. Anyway, the meal concluded without incident. We said goodbye, Philip going, "Arrivederci," and them all, as they walked out, they went, "God, that's annoying." Anyway, everyone returned to their cars and left. I was returning home with Arthur, and as I approached Arthur's car, it was just me and him, and I said to Arthur, "You know what I said about Philip?" And Arthur said yes, and I said, "That was a lie." And he went, "What?" I went, "Yes, I made that up completely." And Arthur said, "But I told everyone, why would you say that?" And I said, "I didn't expect you to go blurting it out, I just thought it would be a good jape." I didn't say exactly those words. I'm not a complete tosspot in real life. This is more a facade of these stories. But there you go. That is the latest court story. The deception of a party. I thought it was a pretty good jape anyway. Well, time for me to depart. But make sure that you tune in next Tuesday, when there will be another port story. About what, I don't know yet. There's a few I can pick from. We will see. Until then, ta-ta.